Donald Trump took oath as the 47th President of the United States on January 20, 2025. The inauguration ceremony was held in the Capitol Rotunda due to the extremely frigid weather conditions in Washington, D.C., making it the first time since Ronald Reagan's second oath-taking in 1985 that the ceremony was moved indoors. In his second inaugural address, Trump, who served as the 45th president from 2017 to 2021, said, "The golden age of America begins right now." He then signed a series of executive actions he promised in the run-up to the presidential elections, and since winning on November 5, 2024, including those on immigration, birthright citizenship, designation of foreign terrorist groups, and an order delaying the ban on TikTok. Trump returned to power in the 2024 presidential elections with a shocking majority that not only ensured his absolute hold over American politics, but also guaranteed that his already mammoth net worth would go up over the next 4 years. Till a few months before the polls, progressive minds in the U.S. and outside were hoping for a second term of a Joe Biden presidency. When Vice President Kamala Harris became the presidential contender for the Democratic Party, the hopes turned to confidence. However, it all came crashing down on Election Day, as the Republican Trump took county after county in rapid succession, including most of the swing states. Notwithstanding how the world perceives him and his politics, Trump certainly scripted history by winning the elections. It is possibly the biggest comeback in U.S. politics, as he is only the second person to come to power for a non-consecutive second term as the U.S. president. Of course, the most stunning part of his victory is that he not only won the Electoral College, which decides the presidential winner, but is also the first Republican leader in 20 years to win the popular vote. Not only that, Republicans secured the Senate, the House, and also a majority of the governor's seats, making it a clean sweep over every legislature in the U.S. The implications of his win were evident within hours as Bloomberg reported that the Department of Justice (DOJ) had begun preparing to drop federal criminal cases against him, even though he was sentenced just days ahead of his second inauguration by a New York court in a hush-money case regarding payments made to an adult film star. He got an unconditional discharge for his criminal conviction, meaning he will remain out of prison and won't face fines or any other penalties. There could be more reprieves for him, since he would effectively control the U.S. Supreme Court with the massive mandate he has received. As the successor of Joe Biden, the focus is not only on what Trump does for democracy, but also on how rich he can be by the end of his second term. Look at Donald Trump's net worth. A day after his inauguration as the U.S. president, the net worth of Donald Trump stood at $6.7 billion, according to Forbes. He is the wealthiest U.S. president in history, a distinction he held even in his first term. Trump's net worth was on a roller coaster during 2024 before stabilizing after his election win. A March 26, 2024 Bloomberg report revealed that Trump has a net worth of $6.4 billion. The figure marked an increase of over $4 billion to Trump's net worth, which was only around $2 billion previously. According to the report, Trump's rise in fortune helped him secure a place among the 500 richest people on the Bloomberg Billionaires Index at the time. He effectively tripled his net worth, thanks primarily to his social media company, Trump Media and Technology Group, which owns the social media platform Truth Social. The report said that the chief reason behind the massive rise in his net worth is that his social media company wrapped up a 29-month-long merger process with Digital World Acquisition Corporation, DWAC, whose shares closed at $49.95 on March 25, 2024, up about 185% since the start of the year. Trump's 58% stake in the company was valued at $3.9 billion at the time. An estimate of Donald Trump's wealth was also done by Forbes. In September 2022, Forbes calculated the expensive things that the Republican leader possesses, their real estate values, and the debt they carry to peg Donald Trump's net worth to $3.2 billion. By April 2023, Donald Trump's net worth toppled to $2.5 billion US. This was, as Forbes reported, because of the failure of his business Truth Social. Nevertheless, before the merger of Trump Media, the largest share of his wealth pie comprised real estate, including luxury hotels, in New York City. The total value of these properties was estimated at $880 million US. Combined with his $290 million US worth of real estate outside New York City, and his $740 million US worth of golf clubs and resorts, the biggest chunk of Trump's property empire comprises land and buildings. Things are going to be much better for Trump now, as one of his biggest supporters and financial backers, Elon Musk, became richer by around $21 billion US in a single night after Election Day. In fact, the world's 10 richest people became richer by $64 billion US soon after Trump won his second term. Some of them, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai, Apple CEO Tim Cook and Google co-founder Sergey Brin, were seated alongside Musk ahead of Trump's own cabinet appointees at his second inauguration on January 20th. Perhaps this is the best hint at the dividends Trump will secure for his future post, 2028-29, when he completes his tenure in the White House and retires from politics. Everything that Donald Trump owns. 1290 Avenue of the Americas. 1290 Avenue of the Americas is a 43-story building located in Manhattan, New York City, designed by Emery Roth and Son, and constructed in 1964. It was restored in 2013 by Maud de Armas and Shannon. The building features an all-white marble-enclosed lobby and offers views of Central Park and the city skyline from its upper levels. Donald Trump owns a 30% stake in the building's office and retail spaces, with a net value of $348 million US. Adding the $950 million US debt, Trump's total ownership value is $2.1 billion US. However, he has no control over the building, which is managed by Vornado Realty Trust CEO Stephen Roth. Trump Tower. Trump Tower, the headquarters of the Trump Organization, is one of Donald Trump's most famous properties. Designed by Der Scut and opened in 1985, this 68-floor building on Fifth Avenue in Manhattan was once the tallest glass structure in the borough. It houses 263 residences and shopping spaces. Trump resides in a penthouse worth $51 million US and owns office and retail spaces valued at $207 million US, including $107 million US in debt. Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the famous residents, and Gucci has a flagship store in the building. The tower offers views of Central Park, Midtown Manhattan, and downtown Manhattan from its upper levels. Tenants and guests can enjoy Trump Grill, Trump Cafe, Trump Bar, and a 60-foot waterfall along the eastern wall. Trump Park Avenue. Formerly known as Hotel Del Monaco, the Trump Park Avenue building, constructed in the 1920s, is situated at the corner of Park Avenue and 59th Street in Manhattan's Upper East Side. The building boasts over 120 luxury condominiums with interiors featuring marble finishes, polished hardwoods, and Italian fixtures. Donald Trump owns 17 condominiums and part of the retail space in the building, with a total value of $115 million US and no debt. In 2015, Trump sold a penthouse in the building for $15.9 million US. 6th East 57th Street. The building at 6 East 57th Street, located next to Trump Tower in Manhattan, is renowned for housing some of the world's most famous brands. Donald Trump secured a 100-year lease on the building, which expires in 2079. This 8-story building, spanning 6,038 square meters, once had Nike as a tenant from 1995 to 2018. Currently, Tiffany & Company is the most notable tenant, having opened the Tiffany flagship next door in 2020. The leasehold on the retail space that Trump owns is valued at $133 million US. Trump Park and Trump Park East. Trump Park and Trump Park East are two adjoining buildings acquired by Donald Trump in 1981. Trump owns 12 condos, the garage, and part of the retail space in the properties, with an estimated net value of $44 million. Trump Park, the larger building, was originally the Barbizon Plaza Hotel before World War II and has 38 stories housing 340 luxury residences. Trump Park East, a pre-World War II luxury residential complex, has 75 luxury residences featuring high-beam ceilings, herringbone wood floors, and wood-burning fireplaces. Trump sold 3 condos in Trump Park East for $7.5 million during his presidency, with all buyers being anonymous shell companies. Trump World Tower. The Trump World Tower, built in 2001, is a prime residential building next to the United Nations headquarters in New York City. It features a distinctive black facade and a 2-story marble lobby. The 70-floor building was once advertised as the world's tallest residential building until the title was taken by the 21st Century Tower in Dubai. It was awarded the Best Residential Project in the World by the International Real Estate Federation, FIABSI. In 2003, Donald Trump owns the commercial section, the garage, and part of the residential property, with a net value of $30 million. Trump Plaza. Donald Trump's $880 million net worth from his New York properties includes the $10 million value of the leasehold on retail, a garage, and part of the residential property at Trump Plaza. The Trump campaign paid rent for occupying a section of the building. Located near 3rd Avenue in New York City, Trump Plaza is close to Museum Mile, home to some of the world's most famous museums. Built in 1984, the 38-floor building has 170 units, with views of Midtown Manhattan, Lower Manhattan, and the East River. The apartments feature balconies, large windows, and high ceilings. Trump International Hotel and Tower. The 52-story building, located at the corner of Central Park West and Central Park South near Columbus Circle, was originally General Electric's Gulf and Western building before Donald Trump converted it into a mixed-use hotel and residential property in the 1990s. Trump owns the retail space, garage, and part of the residential section, with a net value of $6 million. Including a debt of $6 million, the total value is $12 million. The residences occupy floors 23 through 52, accessible via a private entrance on Central Park West. 40 Wall Street. 40 Wall Street, also known as the Trump Building, is a 72-story structure in New York City's financial district. Constructed in 1930, it once held the title of the world's tallest building. The pyramid at the top was originally covered with lead-coated copper and now has a turquoise color. Ferdinand Marcos owned the building in the 1980s, and Donald Trump acquired it in 1995, investing over $200 million in restorations. The New York City Landmarks Preservation Committee designated it as a landmark in 1998. Trump's leasehold on the property, valued at $81 million, will expire in 2059. Combined with a debt of $130 million, the total value of the property is $211 million. 7 Springs. 7 Springs is a palatial mansion in Bedford, New York, spanning around 1 square kilometer and straddling the towns of Bedford, Armonk, and Chappaqua. Donald Trump bought the property in 1996 for $7.5 million. As of 2022, the property is valued at $30 million, including a debt of $6 million, with a net worth of $24 million. The mansion, built in 1919 by Eugene Meyer, has 60 rooms, 15 bedrooms, 3 pools, and 2 servant wings. It also features a barn with stables and a hiking trail. The property includes another mansion named Nonesuch, built by Heinz Ketchup founder H.J. Heinz. 7 Springs is under civil and criminal investigations. 555 California Street. Located in San Francisco, California, the building is one of Donald Trump's few real estate properties outside New York. Trump owns 30% of the 3-building complex, valued at $231 million. Trump and Vornado Realty Trust made $600 million when J.P. Morgan Chase and Company loaned $1.2 billion against a mortgage of $533 million on the property. The 52-story tower, built in 1969, was formerly known as the Bank of America Tower and has been a popular filming location. Notably, Dirty Harry, 1971, and The Towering Inferno, 1974, featured this building. Trump International Hotel Las Vegas. The 64-story building on Las Vegas Boulevard is known for its 24-karat gold-infused glass, giving it a distinctive golden appearance. Conceived in 2008 as a high-end hotel condominium development without a casino, Donald Trump described it as one of the greatest signs of all time. Despite his claim of success, the construction did not help Trump as much as expected. Trump owns 50% of the hotel and condos in the building, with a net value of $61 million. The building was active during Trump's presidency, with dozens of units reportedly sold while he was in office. Trump International Hotel and Tower Chicago. The 92-story building in Chicago, completed in 2008, overlooks Michigan Avenue and the River Chicago. It became the tallest residential building in the world until surpassed by Burj Khalifa. The building features 339 five-star guest rooms and hotel condominiums across 11 floors, from the 17th to the 27th, and additional residential condos, including 5-bedroom penthouses, from the 29th to the 89th floor. It also includes a 22.8-meter indoor pool, a 2,136 square meter spa, and prominent restaurants. Donald Trump owns retail spaces, part of the residential, and parking at the Chicago property. According to Forbes, it is his only property with a negative net value of $30 million. The net operating income dropped from $17 million to $2 million between 2015 and 2018, and the property now has a debt of $95 million. Trump Winery. Donald Trump owns a winery in Charlottesville, Virginia, with a net value of $30 million. This vineyard is the largest in Virginia and is located at the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains along the Monticello Wine Trail. The property features a 2,415 square meter Georgian-style mansion named Albemarle Estate, which can be booked for stays. Land and houses outside of New York. Donald Trump owns several extravagant properties outside of New York, including Chateau de Palmiers in St. Martin, valued at $11 million, 3 houses in Palm Beach, Florida, valued at $69 million, excluding $10 million in debt, 2 homes in Virginia, valued at $2 million, and residential plots in Rancho Palos Verdes, California, valued at $55 million. Golf clubs and resorts. Donald Trump's largest holdings include 10 golf courses in 6 U.S. states, valued at $226 million with no debt. He also owns 2 golf resorts in Scotland and 1 in Ireland, valued at $87 million, but suffering losses of around $100 million. Additionally, the Trump National Doral Miami Resort, valued at $42 million, contributes to his net worth. Trump refinanced a debt of $125 million into the property in May 2022, bringing the total value to $167 million. Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump's estate in Palm Beach, was raided by the FBI in August 2022. Trump, who calls it his Winter White House, announced his 2024 re-election bid from there. The property, built in the mid-1920s by Marjorie Merriweather Post, spans 80,937 square meters and features a 126-room Hispano-Moresque-style main building. Designated as a National Historic Site in 1969, Trump bought it in 1985 for $10 million and established the Mar-a-Lago Club in 1995. The estate includes a spa, retail outlets, and a tennis pro shop. According to Forbes, it is worth $325 million with no debt. Aircraft. A 2020 Forbes report revealed that Donald Trump owned 5 aircraft, a Boeing 757, a Cessna Citation X, and 3 Sikorsky S-76 helicopters. One of the Sikorsky S-76 helicopters was put up for sale in November 2020. As of September 2022, Trump has only one helicopter among his 3 aircraft. The Cessna Citation X is a small private aircraft that can fly at Mach 0.92 and seat up to 9 passengers. The Boeing 757, considered the crown jewel, has a range of around 4,800 kilometers and features 24-karat gold-plated accents, 2 guest rooms, a private theater, and dining and conference areas. Forbes estimates the net value of the 2 fixed-wing private aircraft and 1 helicopter to be around $15 million. Donald Trump has cash and liquid assets worth $375 million, partly from refinancing a San Francisco building and selling the Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C. His licensing and management business, affected by his presidency, is now worth $54 million. One of his biggest assets is Trump Media and Technology Group, TMTG, founded in 2021, valued at around $730 million.